Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today we're trying out a brand new color corrector from Nars. It's been a hot minute, guys, since I've had anything new from Nars in my stash, and I only have a few pieces. I have a couple foundations, I have a concealer, I have a couple mascaras, and I think I have like a travel size bronzer or something like that. I've kind of gotten away from Nars over the past few years. I used to use a lot of their products way back in the day, but I don't know, their new stuff I guess is not really appealing to me right now. So I kind of just put them on a little bit of break. Not that I dislike the brand at all. They definitely have some good items in their collection. But when I saw this pop up on the Sephora app, it was like a Rouge First Access type of thing. I was like, okay, this sounds pretty interesting. Along with SkinTints, color correctors that seem to be really gaining in popularity right now. And this one is called the Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. Now, I picked up the lightest shade that they have in this one, and the shade is called Light. This retails for $30 at Sephora. I did buy mine online and then I picked it up curbside, but you can find it in the store already. I believe it's already fully available for everybody to purchase. There are 4 different shades to choose from. Now, before we get into this 3-day, this is going to be a 3-day wear test. You guys know I usually just do 2-day wear tests, but since I wanted to compare this against 2 other color correctors that I have in my stash that I really do enjoy, I thought, you know what? We need a day to try this on its own, and then we need 2 more days to try it with the other 2 correctors. So on day 1, you'll see me wearing this under my eyes. I'm going to be setting one eye and not setting the other. And then on day 2, I am going to be wearing it alongside the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish Color Corrector, and I have the lightest shade in this one, which is Fair. Really do enjoy this one. And then for the 3rd day, I'm going to be comparing it to the brand new Fenty Bright Fix. I also have the lightest shade in this product, and that shade is Rose Quartz. These 2, the Charlotte and the Fenty, I really do enjoy using. They work out great for me. We're going to see how this one from Nars compares. Now, if you're a fan of the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, which that didn't work for me at all, then this is something you might want to check out. The way I'm going to be wearing this, guys, is I'm going to be wearing it alone, meaning I'm not going to be applying an additional concealer on top of it, but I will be changing it up using different powders and, of course, different foundations from day to day. Now, for those of you who it's your first time here, hi, welcome. I hope you will consider subscribing after liking this video. I am 39 years old, and I do have normal to oily skin, and right now, one of my major concerns is the fine lines under my eyes. I don't have a lot of darkness, but there is some minor dark circles going on under my eyes, and I do have some slight discoloration on the sides of my cheeks. This product says that you can use it wherever you have dark spots to kind of brighten them and conceal them. So we're going to try it that way as well, and that'll be day 1. So before we dive into the application portion and the full-on 3-day wear test, I want to give you some quick details about this product. That way you can see if it's something that's going to be right for you. The new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector is a color corrector that neutralizes the look of under eye circles, dark spots, and hyperpigmentation. This offers full radiant coverage in a liquid formulation. The highlighted ingredients are white water lily and red spiderling flower extract, which is going to brighten the skin's appearance and soothe while defending against free radicals. So if you guys want to see how the new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector is going to work on these 39-year-old eyes, keep on watching. I already have my primer and foundation on, and what I'm using today, I'm actually using 2 from Urban Decay. I'm using the All Nighter Ultra Glow Primer and the Stay Naked Foundation. I use the shade 20NN in this one. And I was careful to not take the foundation all the way up under the eye area. I got a little bit, so I used a makeup remover wipe to kind of take that off. But let's dive into this new Radiant Creamy Color Corrector from Nars. And I did get the lightest shade, which is the shade Light. That looks pretty dark for being light. What do you guys think? Let me use my finger. It feels really, really lightweight, like very serum-like, really thin consistency. But is this gonna be too dark? This might be too dark for those of you that are super fair. I feel like it's drying down pretty quick too. But yeah, look, you can see that that's clearly a darker color than my skin, than the foundation. All right, so I can see right here, like it looks orange, it looks peach. Let me just go over it. I didn't put any on my eyelid, but I will right now. Let's see. Let me try. This has like a little brush applicator. So it's blending out nice with a brush as well. I think it's just going to be your personal preference. All right, so that's how it looks. Let me try the other side, and I'm going to use the damp beauty sponge. This is too dark for me and my fair to light skin tone. This is the lightest shade that they have. This is definitely too dark. And it definitely dries down really quick. Like, I don't think you'll need to set your under eye area. I'm gonna set one eye just so we can see how it's going to perform, and then I'm not gonna set the other eye, and I'll be wearing this for about 8 hours today. But right now, it went on fine. I think I like it better applied with the brush. Even with the finger, but I think the brush kind of just helps to blend it out a little better, kind of smooth it out. Feels really lightweight, but it's the shade that is throwing me off right now. I'm going to take a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter Loose Setting Powder, and I guess I'll set my right eye. Okay, so the powder went over just fine. Now on the Sephora website, they had a little demo, a quick little tutorial, and the makeup artist was using this to conceal dark spots on the face. I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation right in this area, and this is traditionally the area that I build up anyway, or go in with a concealer. So oh yeah, I think that's doing a good job. You can definitely see, yeah, this is just a little too dark. I think even for the foundation that I'm wearing too. I'm going to set the cheek area just because I'm going to go in with the rest of my makeup. All right, so this is how the under eye area is looking with powder, without powder. I see a little bit of settling already into the fine lines on this side without the powder, but that's no big deal because if I just pat them out with my ring finger, then they go away. I do think that this eye looks a little bit better, just looks a little bit smoother. I do think it is just too dark for me. So I am gonna be finishing the rest of my makeup. I have another video to film, a big video, a video that you will actually see before this one. It is going to be the Urban Decay and Prince collaboration. So just waiting for that package to arrive. And I hope you enjoyed that video because you will have seen it already before you see this one. All right, guys, so I'll be back back in a few hours for the first check-in of the day, and then of course at the end of the day to give you guys my first impressions, my initial thoughts on this new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. Hey guys, this is the like 4.5 hour check-in with the new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. This is the side with the powder. This is the side without the powder. What are we thinking? I feel like the side without the powder, it's kind of settled into my fine lines. It doesn't look bad. Like, I definitely think it kind of just sets itself. And I think the coverage is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's a full coverage, but I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I don't have really dark under eye circles to begin with, but whatever darkness I do have, I feel like it concealed it pretty well. It feels comfortable under the eye area. It feels really lightweight. This side with the powder, I think it looks a little bit better, and I think you just have a little bit more coverage with it. But either side, I mean, I think especially if you're going for that no makeup type of look, then maybe not set it just so that it looks a little bit more natural, but just a little bit brighter. I went outside and I took a picture of myself in whatever sunlight we had. It's been a really cloudy, rainy day here in South Texas. But I'm going to insert that photo here so that you can see what it looked like around the 2-hour mark. I feel like it's just too dark for me, and it's a shame because this is the lightest shade in the range, and I think it's just a little too dark for me at the moment. So I think definitely if you're of a more fair skin tone, definitely lighter than me, this is not going to work for you. I don't think you'll find anything within the range that will work for you. But I'm going to give this a few more hours. I'm about to film my Urban Decay and Prince collection, the Live Loud in Color, Live Loud Color, something like that. I'm about to film that video, so the next check-in I do, you'll see me with 2 different eye looks and some new makeup going on. But so far so good with the product, so stay tuned for the final check-in of day 1. Hey guys, so this is the 9-hour check-in with the new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. This is how we are looking. I definitely like the side with the powder. I think it just held up a little bit better. Not that this side lost coverage where I didn't set it. I just feel like this side looks a little smoother. Tomorrow, I am going to be wear testing this alongside the Charlotte Tilbury corrector. I was thinking of doing the Fenty one. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a 3-day wear test with this. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'll decide tomorrow, and I guess you'll see in this video. But I for sure want to do the Charlotte Tilbury just because they are very similar in price point, and they are more similar in shade. The Fenty one that I have, the Bright Fix, it's really light and almost like a light pink, whereas this was really peach on me. I think that now that I have the rest of my makeup, like it kind of just blended in, but I still think it's a little too dark for my fair to light skin tone. But we'll see how it does tomorrow. I am going to be trying out a new foundation tomorrow. I'm going to be trying out the new one from Huda Beauty, the GloWish. So wish me luck on that, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning. So for the day 2 application, I'm going to be using the Nars new Radiant Creamy Color Corrector on the left eye, and I'm just using my IT Cosmetics brush to blend it out. I think it's a number 7 brush, but I'll have it linked in the description box down below. I do like the way it blends out with the brush versus the sponge. And then for the right eye, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish Color Corrector. I really enjoy using this color corrector. And now I'm going to show you what both eyes look like before I powder them down. Now I'm going to use a little bit of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in the shade Sugar Cookie. And I'm going to show you what they look like with powder. Hey guys, this is day 2, 5-hour check-in with the new Nars corrector versus the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish corrector. This is the side with Charlotte, and this is the side with Nars.
If you see a little bit of like flakiness right here, it's my eye. This eye in particular has been really itchy the last few days, so it's just allergies. We've been getting a lot of rain and it's been very humid and stuff, so I'm pretty sure it has something to do with that. But I think both sides look really good. I am liking this Nars one better today than I did yesterday, and I did set both under eye areas with the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Baking Setting Powder. I forget the official name, but so far both sides look really nice. No complaints. I don't feel like it's settling into any fine lines or accentuating any texture that I have under there. The shade though is what gets me with the Nars, and even though the Charlotte Tilbury is very similar in shade, it's still a lot lighter. So that's the only bad thing about this one from Nars. If not, I think so far it's been doing pretty good. But I have decided that I am going to do a third day wear with this, and I want to compare it to the Fenty Bright Fix, even though I know that's going to be so much brighter under my eye area than this one is, just because of the major shade difference. But so you guys can see also how it's going to wear. So I'll be back at the end of the day with the day 2 10-hour check-in of the new Nars versus the Charlotte Tilbury, so stay tuned. All right, guys, we've come to the end of today's wear test. Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector versus Charlotte Tilbury Vanish Magic Vanish. Ugh, I forget. But both are in the lightest shades that each one of these products come in. I will say that today I feel like the Nars doesn't look as dark as it did yesterday, and I think that has to do with the Huda Beauty, the Sugar Cookie Baking Powder. I think that really helped to brighten it up because it's a very light shade. So I think it looks really similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, although on brightness, I am going to give it to the Charlotte Tilbury side because it's just lighter in shade. So it definitely does help to brighten my under eye area. As far as performance goes, I think I like the Nars one better. I feel like I have less creasing and it just looks smoother on this eye versus this eye. Now, if you can see like a little bit of flaking right here and right here, it's just allergies, guys. It has, and even a little bit right here, it has nothing to do with these products. Like it was, my eyes, like I mentioned earlier, have been itchy for like the last week, especially this side. So I take my Benadryl every night, and I take a Zyrtec every morning. So it's just allergies right now with all the weather that's been going on, but has nothing to do with the product. So don't think anything like that. But I just feel like the Nars side looks just a little tiny bit smoother than the Charlotte side. But really, I'm just nitpicking because I'm doing this video. If I was just looking at myself randomly in the mirror, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So tomorrow I will be testing it out with the Fenty Bright Fix, since I know that is a really popular one right now, even though I know the shades are going to be way off. But it's still, I have the lightest shade in the Fenty one and I have the lightest shade in the Nars one. So it just makes sense to compare them because they are in the same category. So it'll be tomorrow for me when I apply it, but it'll be just a few seconds for you guys when you watch it next.
All right, guys, so today is the third and final day that I am wear testing this new one from Nars. And today we're going to put it up against the Fenty Bright Fix. Both are like brand new to the market. The Fenty one came out maybe about 3 weeks ago, and this one was just released like a day or two ago. So I'm going to do the Nars on the, let's see, I did the Charlotte Tilbury on the right eye yesterday, so let's switch it up. I'll do the Nars on the right eye, and I'll do Fenty on the left eye. All right, now I'm going to do the Fenty Bright Fix, and in this one I have the shade Rose Quartz, which is the lightest shade. And let me just show you. That's what Rose Quartz looks like. And then over here, that's what the Nars looks like. A huge difference. All right, so that is what both look like. Tell me you can see the difference in brightness from this eye to this eye. I can. I definitely can when I'm looking here in the mirror. See, I can see like a little bit of peach right in this area, and here it just looks brighter. All right, so now I'm going to set the under eye area because that's just what I normally do. You don't have to do that if that's not what you typically do, but I like to do that. And I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. All right, so this is what the under eye area is looking like with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. I think it went on really nicely. I think both eyes, they look pretty good, but I do see like a slight shade difference. They are both super lightweight. So this is how the concealer is going to stay. I will be back in 5 hours for the first check-in of day 3. All right, guys, this is the 5-hour check-in of Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector versus Fenty Bright Fix. I think the Fenty is in the lead on this one. I feel like it just looks a little bit smoother, definitely a little bit brighter versus this side where I can see, I don't know, it looks smooth, but I actually think it looked smoother yesterday with the Huda powder versus the Wet n Wild powder. And I think I like the Wet n Wild powder better with the Fenty Bright Fix than I do with this Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. So right now, Fenty is in the lead, but there's still another 5 hours to go. And I will be back at the end of the day to give you guys my final thoughts on this 3-day wear test with the new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector in shade Light. All right, guys, so 10 hours and 3 days later, we have finally come to the end of this wear test with the new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. On this side, I have the Nars, and then on the left side, I have the Fenty Bright Fix. I have to say, guys, that now that it's already been, 10 hours, I think they look pretty much the same. I feel like I might have a little bit more coverage now on the Nars side versus the Fenty side, but that could also be because the Nars is just darker in tone. I think that if you are of a fair complexion like myself and even more fair, the Nars one is just, it's not going to work for you guys. And as much as I did enjoy wearing it these last 3 days, it's not going to be something that I can keep because it is just a little too dark for what I want it for, which is to brighten the under eye area and to camouflage the slight dark circles that I do have under my eyes. If this was like a shade or two lighter, it would be perfect. I would love it. I would love to keep it in my stash, but because it's not the exact shade that I need it, unfortunately, I'm either going to give this to my mom or I'm going to return it and get something else at Sephora. What do I recommend? So now what else is out there? Guys, the Fenty Bright Fix is a very nice color corrector and it comes in a lot of different shades. I have the lightest one, which is Rose Quartz. And that is definitely brightening for the under eye area. You can wear concealer on top of this, as can you wear concealer on top of this one. So either one, guys, you don't just need to wear them on their own. Like you can always go in with your concealer if you feel like you need more coverage. I also like the Charlotte Tilbury, and that's why I chose to compare the Nars to this one yesterday. This is a really nice color corrector, kind of along the similar shade range as the Nars one, but this definitely works better on my skin tone, and this is the fair shade. It is the lightest shade in the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish line, as is the light shade in the Nars, which that is the one I have, and Rose Quartz is the lightest shade in the Fenty Bright Fix. I like all three of these. These 3 products are great, and either one that you go with, guys, I definitely think it's going to work, and it does what it says it's going to do. I like how lightweight this is.
very, very lightweight consistency, and a little does go a long way. I would go to Sephora and look at it there in person, especially if you're around the same skin tone as I am, because I'd hate for you guys to get this and then it just be too dark or not work out for you. Nars, you did a good job with it. I like this way more than I like the Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have not had that one in my stash for a while, and that one just never worked for me. So this one, I was a little hesitant to try it, but I thought, you know what? Let me try it. It's been a while since I've tried a Nars base product, so I thought this sounded something good to check out, and I'm really glad I did. So that completes today's video, guys. Definitely let me know in the comments what you thought about this Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. Is it something that's on your radar? Are you gonna be picking it up? Sound off below and let me know, what is your favorite color corrector right now? Which brand, which product do you just always gravitate to? Which works best for you? Because I would love to know if there's something else out there that's pretty amazing and I don't have it in my stash. I would definitely like to try it out one of these days. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.